Okay, so here's the deal. I'm 57 and a half. And I got out of weight lifting or caring about my physical fitness when I was 55, thinking, I'm getting old. It's time to start to relax a little bit. Not really care about what I consume. Not stay active, not work out anymore because, it affects the old joints and all that. And I was getting tired of it. And, well, and with that came higher blood pressure, came like your mind doesn't function as well when you're not that active. So we're getting back into weightlifting. Okay, to make a long story short, my wife is into it. My son has been strongly into weightlifting, and my daughter is now getting into it, which is cool. She's 16, and she likes to work out with the lower weights. So we got these old like 3-pounders and a 2-pounder and a 5-pounder and a couple more of these. I don't know what this is, 3 pounders. So we have a few more upstairs. So instead of spending a couple $100 on a dumbbell rack, let's make one out of pallet boards. What do you say? Woo! That was a long segue. Let's get some dimensions. 3 3/4 inch. So if we did, 3 3/4, 3 3/4. Let's go ahead and do 3.5. 3.5. If we do 3.5 inch bars or a platform going across the rest of these on, I think that would work out pretty good. And then we'd leave room on the bottom for maybe another set of dumbbells, or we can use it for storage of the plates that go to the other dumbbell bars that we have with the loose weights. We'll see. Okay, so we have the perfect size board for this. But when you have dumbbells on a surface, you want to be able to grab it. You should have like a space between there so your fingers can fit in there to grab it, right? So let's go ahead and we will notch this out like that. Or maybe, I better just go up and down. So we'll do a square notch right there all the way through, okay? Let's see how that goes. Sometimes the hardest part is just getting started and figuring out what you're gonna do. So if we were to take that board and cut that notch in it, and then we took a couple of skinnier boards and use those for the sides, and we could make an A-frame. If we made an A-frame, we could use this board right here for the top, and then this board right here for the bottom. You see that? The top and the bottom. And then use those boards right there for the A-frame. That would be pretty good, probably. Have pretty good support, I'm sure. And I think we're gonna go about 2 feet up, because that seems like about a good height to grab weights off of a dumbbell rack. So we'll do that, and figure we'll cut maybe a 5-degree on each side on this one, and then we will cut those down. But first we'll plane them. Let's plane them. Let's do some planing. Lucy, you got some planing to do. Okay, here we go. most of the plating's done, so let us clean up the edges here. All right, so I'll go ahead and I'll skim this as light as I can, and then I'll come back and then hit this right here. We'll see how our table saw works today. If I'm doing the A-frame, I should cut those at like about a 5-degree angle. I'll do that right now, and hopefully that'll work for our little A-frame. I'm not very good at determining angles. 5 angles seems to work with almost everything. Okay, and now we'll cut 5 degrees. Now we'll cut 5 degrees on this board also. This one. Well, it looks like my old Delta, she's really getting wore out. So what I'm going to do, I still want to cut a groove in here. I'm just not going to go as deep as I was anticipating initially. So I'll just leave enough room for someone just to grab their weight. So maybe I'll go up about ½ inch to an inch. We'll see how well she cuts. She's blowing the circuit each time I try to force this wood through. This is a little bit harder than your pine wood, so we'll deal with her. We'll get her. 5 hours later. Okay, now all we got to do is bust out all those center pieces, try to keep our end pieces intact. That might be a challenge, but we'll see how we do here. Try to start from the middle, work my way out. Okay, so how are we doing here? I'm just busting out these pieces, and it's coming along pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see here. Easier with 2 hands, of course, but I just want to get a bird's eye view of this. I don't know why. Just seemed important at the time. Okay. Oh yeah. So nice. This wood right here is a little bit hard, a little bit stringy. Whew, I'll make some pretty good kindling for a fire later in this 90-degree weather. That looks pretty good. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, so, oh, she's a little bit skinny now. A little bit skinny, but I think we can make do with that. It'll support these for shizzle, right? Let's grab them. Hey, I'm gonna do my workout. Oh, okay. Okay, I think that these boards should be okay for this next event, which is going to be cutting out the legs. So this is 5.5. So if we make these 2.5 inch wide, I'd much rather have that than have these wide looking legs here. Should I get decorative or should I just cut them? There's no reason for decorative. I'm cutting them 2.5 inches. Okay. This is actually pretty close to 2.5, isn't it? Let's see here. Okay, so I ripped my legs down to what was it, 2.5 inches each, and I went ahead and cut them down on the miter saw. So I'm just gonna square up the end here and do a final cut just to make sure we're good and even. Actually, we should make these 5 degree, huh? Let me go ahead and do that. Put some 5 degree, just for grins and giggles. No one will be more surprised if this works out than me. Okay, I should probably make sure our shelf is the same length as our dumbbell holder. So I'll go ahead and mark that right there. Give her a trim, and we'll call that good. Okay, so when I put this together, I am just going to tack it in place with glue first. That's easier than trying to screw everything in to start all this stuff. Let's see how that goes. Everything looks, once we get them lined up, we'll go this way. This is gonna go this way. Yeah, I think that'll be a pretty good angle, right? Okay. Let's just go ahead and do it. What size breads do I have? I would say I have the perfect size. Not enough of them. I think they are, oh jeez. The more you touch those brads, the more they want to fall apart. I'll be right back. Alright, I'll put a little bit of glue on her. There we are. And I'm just going to bring it right to the end. is gonna work. The weight's on there like that. Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll put a couple of stops up there so they don't roll off. Actually, they're not going to roll off because of the legs. Okay, that's cool. And then we got a little shelf right here to put free weights or your wristband, whatever. So what I'll do is drop a couple of screws and then I'll sand it and then I'll stain it. It'll make it look very nice for the house. Okay. Hi, baby.
Hi, honey.
Now use the old flapper disc to sand her down. Nothing too fancy. Okay, sanding is done. I got my rubber gloves. I'm gonna slap these on. Put a little bit of brownish stain on there. Why not? Doesn't really matter what color I do it. I almost did it blue. But I found the brown first.
Bye, Dad. I love you.
Where are you going?
What?
Have a great day, baby. I love you. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank goodness my daughter got a job to help support my habits. Let's see here. Right here. Yeah. What's going on?
Yo, nothing much. What's going on with you?
Oh, nothing. Just making a little stand for the dumbbells.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, thanks.
Are you gonna put like some rubber or something on it?
No, we're just gonna call it good. Looks like a baby sawhorse. So cute. Yeah, I think that'll work just fine for what we're needing. All right, job finally executed. Well, what is that back there? That's a fine looking dumbbell rack. Oh, here, let's go with these ones. Oh yeah. Ooh, how convenient. Okay, we'll see if it gets the boss's approval here.
All right, look, there's
Yeah.
no dumbbell here.
No mess.
Woo!
Okay, well it is a little rack, but I wasn't aware that we were gonna buy more of those dumbbells, so communication is the key.